Good morning. Suddenly I feel like talking again, and here I am back with my dear audience to talk to you about... What is it going to be about today? It's going to be about using certain parts of your character to your own advantage. Sounds kind of logical that you would use your own character for your own advantage. I mean, you want the best for yourself, right? Right. But some people, although they know certain things about themselves, they don't always use it to their own advantage. On the contrary, they use it to their disadvantage. So if you know you're short-tempered, you don't jump into an argument. If you know that you are competitive, and in my case I am competitive, I know that I'm not going to use that to cause myself stress, but I am going to use that to stimulate myself to achieve certain goals. Like, let's say, if I want to start jogging and I really don't feel like it, what am I going to do? How am I going to use my personality, my character to help myself motivate me to do that? I'm going to find a pair, a girl of a similar age, or, a friend, and say, hey, let's do this together. And the person who drops out first is a loser. Well, as simple as that. And it works. Silly, yes, but it works. Or at school. Let's say Thai reading classes. I have a Korean lady friend in my Thai class. And before I was kind of slack because I knew I could read better than anybody else. So it's like, yeah, I don't have to do my homework. I just come to class and read. But then I started noticing that she did the homework and she progressed quicker than me. And that was like, go Lena, go, 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 you can do it better. And it was so encouraging. And I thought, okay, this is great. I can use it in other areas of life as well. And a couple of days ago, I was trying to get the father of the house, my Thai father, to start fasting with me again. I was going like, come on Dad, you gotta fast too, you're gonna lose 10 kilos and your back is gonna hurt less if we only do this together, and the person who drops out first is gonna be the loser and the one who's left is gonna be the winner. And he's like, oh, I don't buy into that. Like, okay, well, it doesn't work with all people, but it works with some people, this competitive thing. But perhaps you are not competitive, but we all know that in this community there is a certain trend, let's say, to want to serve the divine feminine, to want to belong to a woman, to want to make a woman happy, to make yourself happy through making somebody else happy, who's a female. You know what I mean? Okay, you do. Now, how can you use that to stimulate yourself, to motivate yourself to do other things in life? It's quite an art that you can learn if you only think of how does it really work for you. And I am ready here to assist you in doing so. Of course, if you, let's say, want to be controlled by a female who will tell you, you must exercise no less than 6 hours per week. You must run no less than 5 miles per week. Or you are allowed to drink alcohol only once a week. And this is it. If you break that rule, you will be punished. And the punishment is very severe. Blah, 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 blah. Now that helps. That can help some people. And I think that definitely helps my audience. Speaking from experience and speaking from the feedback that I have received from you over the past 1.5 years, almost 2 years. Wow. It's going to be 2 years in April since I started filming. That's a long time. I'm like Granny Lena by now. Okay, Granny as in I have been recording for a long time and it's no longer that fresh and we've been all over the topics and it's been covered and talked about over and over again. But I don't think yet I have said anything on this subject. No? Nah. Okay. So step one, know what motivates you when it comes to this part of your character. Have you ever had that when your girlfriend told you to stop smoking because she really disliked it and you stopped? Or maybe your mom, maybe a female worker said, do not wear that kind of shirt, or do wear this kind of shirt, and you say, well, okay, it was pronounced, it was ordered by a woman, so I really felt like doing it. Then you might recreate the situation to push yourself to get ahead in business, do better at work, get in shape, eat better, control yourself in, let's say, overeating, or choosing your foods, or sleeping too late, or waking up too late, or not doing certain things around the house. This order. And sometimes we can sit and wait quietly until some female orders you to do something, but it rarely happens because people do not really care about other people, even though you might be married to them and might be part of the same family. People still do not think that deep into you, into what motivates you and how they can say something to motivate you to progress, to improve, to do better in certain areas of life. People are more subtle, so what happened? Nothing. Oh, what happened? Nothing. Well, I'm not really happy with the way you look after yourself. Nobody would ever say that. It's like, yeah, he's got love handles and a belly, but yeah, it's okay. I guess that's average for a man in his 50s, 40s, whatever. Yeah, what can I do? I mean, my friend's husband has that too. So, it's unlikely it's going to change, right? Right. But you never tell your dear S-type husband, now, what I want you to do, I want you to get rid of those love handles that are not lovely at all in 2 months. Full stop. How you do it is up to you. I want them off your body. I want you slim and sexy again, like you were 20 years ago. That could be it. Alright, today is all over the place, conversation-wise. You do get the point, however. I know you always get the point. You always get the point. Do not sit and wait for that order. Do not sit and wait for somebody to get interested in you. Make a situation like this. Make it. Talk to your loved one. Talk to your superior in gender, your superior, and ask them for indirectly for this little push, Now how? And I'm thinking as I speak, and you can see that. Let's say your wife. What was I going to say? Anyway, okay. Your wife doesn't really order you anything. She does everything herself. And when you say, can I help? She's like, no, it's alright. Go watch TV. Okay. She just doesn't order me anything. She just doesn't demand anything of me. Why? Because she's nice. And she thinks that demanding anything from you will probably bring results that are not as good as if she does it herself. And we have been through this over and over again, the same conversation. Why don't they ever ask us or order us to help around the house? Why don't they ever ask us to do anything or order us to do anything? Well, they just don't. I do, because I know how to, and I know how to ask to get the results that I want. And if I ask in the wrong way and get the results that are not as good as I expected, it's better not to ask. Correct? Correct. Wrong. better not to waste the time, because washing the floor myself takes 30 minutes. Ordering somebody to do it takes 25 minutes, plus them doing it for another hour, plus another 30 minutes of saying thank you for what they have done. So basically there's a lot of time and energy wasted more than doing it yourself. Okay, with the floor is just one example. You got lizards all over the room, little geckos that are holding up the ceiling. Back to the topic. How do we go? Oh, keep your legs together, okay. How do we ask her? Well, you offer options again. Back to the options. Darling, don't you think that I would look like a very sexy guy with much less hair? Sure, darling would say yes, you would. Darling, don't you think that 3 months is quite a reasonable amount of time to get rid of, let's say, that much? Yeah, I think more like 5 months. Okay. Maybe she's more experienced at this. Okay, so you say 5 months. Yes, 5 months. And so on. You're asking for it. Sometimes it's okay to ask for it. So sometimes it's good to push them a little bit in the right direction so that you get desired result. You get control, you get orders, you get demands. But you have to stick to your promises. If you said 5 months and it's going to be gone, it has to be gone in 5 months, so that the next project, let's call it project, comes out naturally from her own mind and mouth. With your little help, just a little suggestion here and there. Don't you wish, don't you think, don't you like, wouldn't you prefer? And people always want the better. Nobody will say, nah, I want you fat and cuddly. Doesn't matter if you like and can't climb a mountain, but it's okay, you're cute that way. Well, yeah, okay, what can I do? I'm sure there's no way out of this, so... But if there is a way out of it, I wouldn't say no to that. And, just to make this clear, personally, I don't mind what people look like. Naturally. I don't mind if they have small eyes, big noses, small noses, thin lips or thick lips, black hair or blonde, Asian or Caucasian. I don't care, all the same. But, not to sound shallow, I really do care about their physical state. Why? Because it reflects their attitude to themselves, and their attitude to themselves is exactly the attitude from them to other people as well. So the way he treats himself, he will probably treat me, and he will probably treat other people as well. And usually you treat yourself better than other people, correct? So how do you expect the other person to react if they see how you treat yourself? Surely you will not treat them better than yourself, correct? In most cases, correct. Sometimes outbursts of, yes, that can be possible. But overall, you can't treat other people better than better than you are treating yourself. So, physical state, that is the color of your skin, the clarity of your eyes, the color of your tongue, pink or white, the state of your flat stomach or not flat stomach, your muscles, your hair, your everything. No, maybe not hair so much in guys. I mean, what guys to take care of their hair? And some don't even have hair, but it's okay. Who cares? Okay, forget about the hair. How you treat yourself is very important. But I can't really tell how you treat yourself unless I really know you and have observed you for a number of years or months, at least months. Right? However, I can look at your body and tell, man, you've been neglecting yourself. You look stressed. You look like you have not spent enough time on yourself. And the answer can never be wrong, because it's right there, it's the result, it's the product of you looking after yourself or not looking after yourself. That's why I think the physical state of the body is very important. And sometimes when I get busy with let's say building a house, my nails end up looking like this. And this is the direct result of neglecting the self. However, I know that this is easy to correct. This is easy enough to correct, but this is not, and this is not, and this is not, and that's not. So if you have split ends, you can cut them off, but the state of the hair will not change. Yeah, this is more of a talk for girls, but anyway, some things are easy to correct, some are not. So please invest the time on looking after yourself, because people who look at you, be it at work, in a business meeting, on the street, on the train, or at home, always, consciously or subconsciously, judge you on the way you look. Why? Because if you shine with health, energy, and radiance, people want to be with you, they want to talk to you, they want to make a deal with you, because they want to be like you and they want to associate with you, mostly on subconscious level. However, if you look tired, stressed, angry, and unsatisfied with life, people do not want to be like that. People do not want to interact with people like that or live with people like that. So think about it. First, spend enough time on beloved yourself. Look after yourself. Get yourself that little treat of whatever you like, and do not forget about a very important part of your character. And I'm talking to most of our audience here. The submissive part, the part to want to serve and want to do your best for the woman. You all have women around you. If you don't have a partner, you have a co-worker who's a female. You have your mother, you have your sister, you have your female friends. You can find female everywhere these days. And it doesn't matter what type of female they are in a position to be your motivating factor. Motivator, to be your stimulating factor, that's right, to make you improve. You just have to turn it, you just have to turn it in a certain way so that it works. Oh, do you want to start again? Oh, we're 18 minutes, I don't want to start again, but what am I going to say now? You know what I'm going to say now. You get the idea. That's it. Okay. See you tomorrow. Maybe.